Wow, good evening, good evening, good evening. I was trying to get that light a little bit better before I came on, but welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, where we inspire, we encourage, and we also empower you to live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. I'm Anna, I'm your host. I'm a retired school teacher. Excuse me. I am also an author, an educational consultant. I am a jewelry consultant, and I dibble and dabble a little bit in the health field. Um, so I bring to you a wealth of knowledge to our conversation and experience as well. And I just want to know sometimes I try to, well, this is what I try to do. I try to delve into topics that will bring enrichment to our lives, whether it's from personal development to health awareness, and of course, styling, the art of jewelry making as well. And I do this by providing speakers and doing workshops and just doing a thing. If you did not get a chance to see my series on cave decorating, you can always go back and look at that. It is on YouTube. I'm having problems with my lighting today. Yeah. Uh, I think that's better. I don't know. Let's see. But you can go to YouTube and look at that. I did a little snippet. I am going to be offering classes. I'm just trying to set it up on things, but I took a rest. I just did course a little bit of decorating basics, which is the beginning course, and a little bit of royal icing, which was the second course. And then I said, well, I'm going to take a little break because you know what? I was reading this article on microplastics, and it was interesting to me. So I thought maybe I would come on and shed a little light on that because I don't think people are really aware of microplastics. They might be, and they might not be. I don't know. But I'm going to shed a little light on that this evening. So I want to thank you again for tuning in to Sweet Blessings, where every conversation is a treasure. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start with a commercial, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to pray, and then I'm going to get right into that topic of micro plastics. Just bear with me just a few moments.
Here's why you need to tune in right now. With CTR Media Network, you can transform your knowledge into a fully produced TV show. Imagine your content streaming on platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and Amazon Fire TV, reaching over 350 million households in 140 countries. We take care of everything, from managing your ready-to-go content to global distribution. And it's not just any content, it's edutainment, a perfect blend of education and entertainment that keeps viewers coming back for more. You'll join a vibrant community of thought leaders, podcasters, and educators, all sharing a passion for impactful content and global reach. Plus, with our app available on Google Play and the App Store, your show will be accessible to millions more, ready to shine on the global stage. Let's get you started. Schedule a 15-minute call with us today and turn your idea into a TV sensation. Reply to this video by saying, I want to learn more. Don't wait, your audience is out there waiting.
Excuse me. Welcome back. I'm Anna. I'm your host of Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. There's always something I'm always having. Let me see if I turn this one. Hold on. A little way. Oh, I'm knocking stuff over. That is now I'm dark. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, That is a little bit better though, even though I am dark. But welcome back. I'm Anna. I'm your host of Sweet Blessings to Anna, our Brother Showing podcast, and I come to you every Wednesday with some type of topic or something that might be interesting to you to help you live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. So, as I was saying before, there's something in my throat, excuse me. As I was saying before I went to commercial, is that this is a new topic. So I'm going to pray us in, and then I'm going to get right into it. It's just a little prayer sentence. I always start my programs with a little prayer, and so this one it says, "Merciful Father, we offer with joy and thanksgiving what you have first given us. Amen." And I'm sure most of you all have heard that prayer, but it's always so fulfilling to hear the Lord's word. I don't know. I got my water here, so I guess I should take a little sip of it. But do you know what this is? You know what this is? This is a credit card. This is a credit card. And I read this article in this wellness magazine. You know what I'm saying? And it said that we consume, this is plastic, and that we consume microplastics. And we consume this amount of it, the size of a credit card. Can you believe that? I was outdone when I heard that. So I said, oh no, I got to share this. That's what I said. I got to share this. Let me bring up my, I got a presentation. Microplastics, the health experience. Now, when I do this, when I do it, it's never like this, but I always have one slide that it just messes up. Now, when I'm doing it, it's not like that. But when I get ready to present it, it's like that. But it's all good. But it's plastics, the health experience, and how they affect our health in our everyday uh, life. So, and I put this out earlier. You might not remember ingesting a credit card last week, but the chances are, bit by bit, you did. Okay. So, for the first time in human history, we're surrounded by synthetic materials that didn't exist before the 1950s. And now we're learning, perhaps too late, what happens when an entire species becomes the subject of a global health experiment. Studies show that the average person consumes about 5 grams of plastic every week. That's roughly the weight of a credit card. It's not from chewing on your Visa. It's entering our bodies through the water we drink, the food we eat, and the air we breathe. Isn't that something? Now, we all have thought about, most of us drink bottled water, but as I go through this presentation, you're going to see that maybe bottled water, um, you need to limit that because it's plastic. So, but let me bring this back up. And so, where is it? It's everywhere. It is everywhere. It's in our drinking water. It's in our table salt. It's in our foods. It's it's in the dust that's in our living room, even all throughout our house. It's on our ironing boards. I got a funny story about the ironing board, but anyway, it's in our takeout trash containers. So you it's in sponges. It's in cutting boards. It's in a non-stick uh, pan. It is everywhere. Plastic that That's petroleum-based miracle products of the 20th century that serve so many purposes never really goes away. It just breaks down into smaller pieces, you all. Microplastic fragments smaller than 5 millimeters and even tinier nanoplastics smaller than 1 micrometer, with some as small as a virus. You can't see them, and tragically, you can't escape them. They're in our drinking water, in our table salt, in our food, everywhere. They are everywhere. They're in our copper, if you have synthetic copper. They're in our tissue. You saw me blowing my nose with tissue. It's in there. Wrinkle resistance clothing, tea bags, wall paint, wrapping paper, menstrual products, chewing gum. Isn't it interesting that plastic is in a surprising number of products that we use every day? Wow. And while your body flushes out many of these particles, some remain, lodging in organs and tissues, accumulating over time. Now, you might be wondering, I don't know, I think I need to, no, I don't want to talk about the study yet. But you might be wondering what's really truly concerning about this, the microplastics. What researchers have found out, I think you need to see my face. Let me remove this. What researchers have found out is that plastic particles are almost in every human organ and even in breast milk. I, I, I believe it's a concern. I really do. I think it's something that we should look into. It's just my opinion. But let me go ahead on. Now I want to talk about the study. Oh Lord, so let me bring that back up. So they have done some studies. So there was a study done in 2024 versus the study that was done in 2016. Now the study published in 2024, which is just a year ago, and it was in the Nature Medicine magazine. And what they did was they examined the brain tissues from autopsies and made an alarming discovery. The average middle-aged man has a plastic spoon's worth of microplastics dispersed throughout the brain. And so I'm also going to stop here because there's not a lot of research on the brain. And they really and truly cannot do any research until that person has died. So, and I learned this when my mother had dementia because that is how they study the brain. Now, I didn't agree for my mother to have that, for them to study her brain because she had had a stroke. Oh, I got some comments here. Let's see what it's saying. Okay, we have a person. They said hello, hey buddy. They're reaching out and telling me hello, and then they said they love my vibes and joining your next stream with friends, which I'm so thankful. Thank you so much. And it said it's asking me to add them on Discord, and there's his name. So I might do that. But let me get back to my thing. But I always like to um, show the comments. I thought I had put this on here so it would come up automatically, but I guess it did not. But that's, as I was saying, that's what I learned when my mother had dementia, because any person that has dementia, it's dealing with your brain. And the only way that they can really learn about it is that after you die, then they can study the brain. Well, I didn't want to put my mother. I don't care. I just didn't want to go through that. And those people who can do that, they're brave, okay? But the brain harbors more microplastic than any other organ, is what the research is showing. And then this finding was a 50% increase from the amount found in the brain examined in 2016. So it doubled. 50% increase? Wow. All right, we're going to take another commercial, y'all, and then we're going to come back and we're going to expound on this just a little bit more. I'll be right back. Well, I am back. I just wanted you all to see that most of y'all, a lot of you might know that I am a jewelry consultant, and that's one of my commercials. We're coming out with a new jewelry line, which is called Cachet, and it is 18 karat gold. And I just wanted you to check it out. Make sure you can go to my website and look at it. Let me see if I can put my website here. I put my website up. You can go. This is my website, so you can go to my website and look down and go to accessories and click on jewelry, and there you are. You'll have it. I also have a shop where you can shop for the jewelry. Right now, you can only get the jewelry online, and so that is why I wanted to give you that feedback. But you know what? From time to time, I always ask people to subscribe to my social media platform. And so YouTube is one of my social media platforms that if you could subscribe to that, I would be greatly appreciative. And I have it there at the bottom of the screen for you to see. I also if you're on Facebook, you can support me through facebook.com/stars. I always ask that. Sometimes I forget to, ask or tell people about these things that I offer. Also, you might be interested in maybe advertising or being a sponsor or even having a commercial or a guest slot, just like I just did that commercial on the cachet, the new line for the jewelry. You can do that as well on my show. So if you're interested in that, by all means, please reach out to me. You can personal message me or you can contact me at info@annaslifestylellc.com or ctrmedianetwork.com. I also go live on Facebook. I go live on all the platforms except for Instagram, and I used to go live on Instagram, but I they changed their policy, and I don't have enough followers on there yet for me go to go live there anymore. So, but I stream. I can stream to all of them. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get back. I think I told you everything that I need to tell you. This is my Instagram here. So I just want to make sure that I reached out to you to let you know. So we're gonna move on now. So sometimes you might want to know how does this microplastic plastic, how does it impact our health? Well, research is showing that it links to inflammation, inflammation. Lord have mercy. Inflammation is also linked to insulin resistance, reproductive issues, cancer, strokes, and dementia. So, would it be in all of those things? Do you think that it is something that, I'm sorry, y'all, my phone, I don't even know who that is. Do you think that it is something that we should be interested in? I'm going to go over that because we were interrupted. I don't know who would be calling me. Research has linked them to inflammation, insulin, resistance, reproductive issues, cancer, strokes, and dementia. Also, they say that they act like Trojan horses. You know, remember Trojan horses? You remember school? The Trojan horses, which means they're absorbing heavy metals like mercury, lead, and arson, and delivering them deep in our tissues and organs. Now that's deep to me. That's why I decided I needed to share this with you. I needed to share this with you. What do you think? What do you feel about these things? Do you feel that? Well, what can we do? Is there hope? Well, let's see. Is there hope? Oh, hope. So at the University of Waterloo, the scientists are programming bacteria to digest microplastics in wastewater. So they are doing research on that. And I do believe I've heard of that as well. Also, in China, research scientists have created a robotic fish that can collect particles in polluted oceans. And then other labs are testing magnetic, filtering natural detoxifiers like fenugreek and okra, even probiotics that use absorption, a process similar to static electricity, attaching dust to a surface to bind plastics to your gut and escort them out of your body through the normal digestive process. Interesting, isn't it? Mm. So, we're going to take another brief commercial, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to tell you some things that you can do. Well, I am back. I am Anna. I am the host of Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, where we inspire, we encourage, and we empower you to live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. So, this evening, I'm talking to you about microplastics, which are in our air. They're just everywhere, but they're also causing harm to our health. And it's what the research is showing. And so, we want to talk about some ways that we can prevent that, or what can we do uh, to alleviate some of those things. So here are some things that we can do. The first thing that we can do is that we can swap out. So in our kitchen, let's go to the kitchen first. So in our kitchen, we want to swap plastic containers for glass or stainless steel. Mm. We want to replace plastic cutting boards with wood or bamboo and never heat food in plastic containers. Now, how many of us are guilty of this? I will put food in a plastic container and put it in there. But now I'm reevaluating. Not all the time. Sometimes I do put glass in there. Never ever have I put bamboo. But I guess if you was making what Chinese or something, you might, not to warm up. You could do it with Mexican with fajitas or something like that. But so that made me think, ooh, I need to not use plastic containers. I need to use dishes, which, most of us don't want to wash dishes. But it's just me. So I said, well, okay, I'm going to try it. So in your home, you want to choose natural fabrics for clothes and decor. And you want to cut back on bottled water, is what it's saying. The research is saying. Well, I had a mother that always believed in natural fabrics for clothes and decor. So I think I inherited that because I always would make sure that I had natural products, not too many synthetic things because they burn quickly, if you don't know that. Also, uh, I wanted to say for your body, because we eat things. And remember what I said at the beginning, that these microplastic elements are also in the food that we eat. And so I always encourage people to grow their own food. You can't grow everything, but you can do what you can do. But you want to eat more fiber to support detox pathways. So that means you want to eat things that's going to make you eliminate. Okay. And fiber, things with fiber uh, does that. You want to add a multi strain probiotic to help bind plastics and heavy metals in the gut. So you know what, and that's the thing. This is I learned a lot in this article, truly, because people would be telling me that sometimes when your stomach is upset and you blah 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 and doing all that kind of stuff, and they said, "Girl, you need to take a probiotic." But see, I'm not for one to take pills, so I just really didn't know what the probiotic does. And that might be true. Maybe I do have a lot of things in my stomach because I am older now. And maybe but I would rather do a detox, a liquid detox first before I take pills. I'm just not one for taking pills, but it's true that I possibly might need a detox. So we're going to take another commercial, y'all, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to give you a little summary on this. And we're going to talk a little bit about some events that are coming up and also bid you adieu.
Yeah. Hey. Oh. Yeah. Hey. Hi.
Well, I'm Anna and I'm back. And I just wanted to say a little bit about the Soul Ladies Wigs. That's one of my affiliates. And as the weather starts cooling, you'll see me wearing a little more of my wigs because I love wigs. But wigs change your personality. And so that's my link down there. You do get a discount by pressing on my link or going to my link there as well. If you can't get it, you can always personal message me to get that link. So let's move on. I want to tell you a little, want to talk to you about the summary of what I've said here this evening. So we may be unwilling participants because we are participants in this global experiment, because that's what it is, but we are not helpless. Every small choice you make helps protect not just your body, but the people you love. While scientists work toward a solution, the story of your health is still being written. The good news is that you're the one who's writing it or holding the pen. Uh, Now, wasn't that interesting, y'all? I found that to be an interesting subject. Little particles of plastic, and we are eating this much. Middle aged man, now I'm past middle age, but they're said that the size, we're eating the size of a credit card. Mm, for real. So, this evening, I hope that in some kind of way I have inspired you. I hope that in some kind of way I have encouraged you. Whew, that is a persistent person, for real. I apologize for the interruption, but let me go back. I hope that in some kind of way I have inspired you. I hope that I have encouraged you, and I hope that hold on just a minute. I hope that I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna call that person back right away because it must be an emergency. Um, I hope that I have inspired you. Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay, I guess they got my message. Anyway, let me go back. I'm so sorry. I hope that I have inspired you. I hope that I have encouraged you. And I hope that I have empowered you to live a fulfilling and blessed lifestyle. I'm going to leave you with my 3 L's this evening. Okay? Live your life to the fullest. Laugh and love. But most important, love yourself. Self love is important. I'll see you next Wednesday. Have a great one. Bye bye. There are some things that's coming up, and I do want to post them before I go out. So I will do that as well. So we have a summit coming up, and it is October the 11th from 11 to 6 p.m., and it's in Columbus, South Carolina. So I'm going to be attending that. So the tickets are $47.97. I don't know if they have any more tickets left. I don't know what's happening with that. Then, okay, so I'm going to bid you all adieu, and I do apologize for the interruptions that I had this evening.